You gotta stop making T9s because T9s are not going to be useful to you anymore. Stop making T9s because when you start making more T8s, it will be much more beneficial for you once you have reached T10. Today, we're going to talk about different strategies here in Infinite Galaxy since the new update that you can upgrade your warship. Now, in my previous video, I made a mistake, and today we're going to clarify my mistake and give you some tips. All right? So, as you guys know, recently we have the ability now to upgrade our warship. Just to give you guys a little bit of a background again onto this, all the even numbers and odd numbers are going to be the same into upgrading. That means if you are T1, you're going to be able to upgrade it to T3. If you're T2, you're going to be able to upgrade it to T4. Now, here's the thing. These are based onto the weapon type. T1 and T3 has the same weapon type. T2 and T4 has the same weapon type. So, into your progression within the game, if you are a new player, or I don't know what's your status right now, if you do not have T10 yet, all right, if you do not have T10 yet, this video is for you. If you have T10 already, you might still want to watch this video to perhaps give advice towards to the players that are growing within your alliance, and perhaps you can share this video for better explanations. All right, so why you should be creating more T8s, right? Because T8, you can upgrade T8 into T10. So when you unlock the T9, you need to continuously produce T8 instead of producing T10. Because in this manner, you're going to be able to upgrade your T8 into T10. Now, here's a kicker here. If you look into here, you can see this is 9 out of 9. One thing that I did not notice when I was making my previous video, and you can see here 9 out of 9. But when you click this up arrow for the upgrade, it doubles. Now it's 18 over 18. And you can see that you are going to be using the entirety of the amount of your T8 because I have 160 in here. And once I do that, you can see it's 160. So you are going to save a lot of time and resources in this process when you have reached your T10. And during that period of time, you can do it in a power-up event when you want to speed things up and upgrade. Now, let's take a look into the differences in here. To make 9 of these, it will be 9 hours and 45 minutes. If we do a T10, if we go to T8, and we're going to upgrade about 9 only, it's 3 hours and 23 minutes. And take a look into the resources, 4.3K into the nickel and 2.1K into the plasma. So if we look into this, you can see that, the differences is significant, and especially the time. For simplicity, we can do this. If we're only going to make one of the T10 destroyer, it will take about 1 hour and 5 minutes and 2.2K of the nickel. So if we do this and we're going to upgrade, right, 22 minutes only, right? And we did say it's 1 hour and 5. So if we do this, 1 hour and 5, we can calculate the total. So pretty much exactly the same amount of time total to build everything. But the kicker in here is that you are doing a pre-build situation. 488 onto the nickel. I did say 2.1 right earlier. So 488, exactly 2.1. So at the end of the day, if you're going to make T10, right, from upgrading your units, it's going to be exactly the same cost. But the time that you can build this, you can create more T10 so much faster, because while you unlock T9 and while you're trying to get CC30 and you're trying to get T10, you're making a lot of T8, and then once it's unlocked, all you got to do is start upgrading it. And you know what's nice about it? When you upgrade it, it doubles your leadership here with the ship building. So that's great. Let's see if you have frigates. I'm going to go to T8, and you can see this is going to be 60 for me. And if you're going to go for the cruiser and you're going to go T8, it's going to be 6. So it helps you much faster to convert all of your T8 into T10, and you can definitely get a whole fleet right away. So That's one of the biggest thing that I want to give you an advice here. Now, for me, when I'm doing this, my day-to-day production, I want to give you guys an advice that just do your T10 if you are T10 already, and you don't need to upgrade every lower tier right away. What you can do is that you can upgrade this lower tier later on during a power up event, right? You can do it because it's going to cost you much lesser resources and much lesser consumption of speed ups. The reason why is because you've already done the pre-build. Now, when you're going to calculate the points differences or the power differences that you're going to be able to accumulate, you have to go through the information in here. In the T3, in the T8, you can see 2013 power per unit, but if you go to T10, it will be 2,776. Now, understand that you are pretty much using a lot of discounted rate in here, pretty much. If we calculate this in the estimation of things, you are pretty much doing like 20%, I would say, right? I'd say 80%, I guess you can invert it. But the 20% of the cost really for doing this, you can see there's 22 minutes in here, right? That's about 20% of the cost. Let's do a quick math here real quick. So by calculation, it's about 22%, all right? So when you're upgrading from T8 into T10, it's about 22% of the cost. So you're saving 80% of the cost. So basically, of course, you're going to get a much lower percentage onto the power, but you're also consuming less resources and less speed up. So you're going to gain, in practical sense here for the destroyer, you're going to gain 700 power per unit. Now, similar things in here is going to be 22% per ship that you will build with frigates, and the same thing with cruisers. So my biggest advice with this video's tip is create T8s when you are in the T9 stage, and then upgrade your T8s into T10. So basically, if you are now in the T9 stage, stop making T9. They are going to be completely useless to you eventually. You will want to be working onto your T10. You will not need your T9. Now, unless they release T11, then you will need your T9 to make it to T11. But then if they make T12, then you will have to use your T10 to upgrade to T12. So basically, the even numbers is going to be the most favorable onto your approach. So if you are into, let's say your T3 right now, you want to make more into the even numbers. Just focus onto the even numbers, because the end stage will be even number. All right. So if you are in T5, produce more T4. If you are in T7, make more T6, because your T6 can be upgraded into T8. And then once that happens, then you can upgrade it to T10. So I hope this video is going to be quite helpful to many of you guys. Keep me updated on the status of your account. How far are you with your status? Are you almost T10 or are you already T10? And how do you see this going to benefit you with the Warship? Do you guys like this with the upgrade system? I think it's pretty nice, and I feel like I wish they have done this much earlier in time. So I would have produced more T8 instead of making T9, because as you can see, I still have significant amount of T9s, and it has no use for me. I can't upgrade my T9 into T10, so that kind of sucks, right? So I'm giving you guys this advice right now, and I hope that you guys will listen to it and do it, because this is going to help you significantly once you have unlocked your T10, and you're going to have a T10 fleet right away, and it's going to be really awesome. With that being said, my intergalactic friends, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit like as you head out into this video if you find this to be helpful. And also, guys, if you don't mind, if you can share this video to your alliance or integrate it into your Discord, so that when we make a new video, you guys will be updated within the Discord. All right, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys again next time.